I set like a 6 week block pretty much, dedicated to Joe Martin and just working on, I saw the terrain and I really like that, the short climbs and everything up and down, and just dedicated a lot of training to some like super high VO2 power climbs, and yeah, worked out pretty well, I guess.
So go in on that. So when you have those sessions, high VO2, do you target a certain power? Do you target like a certain amount of time at a particular power? People want to know like the nitty gritty, like what were you were
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on? What were some of the key sessions you're like, I'm gonna go crush this?
Yeah, so like a lot of the key sessions were, I just had a lot of volume
Mm,
for starters. I'm a huge believer in just like, you're not just digging yourself a hole doing volume. If you're doing proper like zone two or whatnot and recovering and eating correctly, a bunch of volume is gonna do a big chunk of the work. Those I kind of like them, but I like them because I know I can see progress from them and they really get me sharp for a race. But in the last like 4 minutes of those, I'm always like wanting to just, yeah, it takes a lot of mental strength to get through those. But yeah, some 40/20s like for 8 to 12 minutes. I had a couple sessions like that. I'm trying to just stay, for me, it was above like 450, 480 watts for all those things, because I knew like that time trial, for example, I had to just unleash as many watts as I could. And yeah, just getting that high end above 450 watts, I think is a pretty good, key piece in getting that race fitness and strength.
What's when you were talking about seeing progress in that, do you see progress in then just being able to do more of them over the duration as opposed to more watts? Like you got through the blocks, felt better? Maybe it was like how you felt at the end, or what was sort of like, I'm getting better at this, I'm getting stronger.
Yeah, I think it's just part of it is a huge thing is just getting used to that suffering and the repeatability, and just this could just be bro science talking right here, but it could just be like, yeah, muscle memory and just being ready to and mentally prepared for an effort like that. That's just super high
Mm-hmm.
end. And I mean, I definitely did see some gains from that for sure. And just, and not having a ton of race days, you lack some of that intensity. So that kind of makes up for it quite a bit with those fatiguing efforts.
100%. There's no, you can't do the training needed for racing without racing. Like you can't, it's impossible to put yourself in
Exactly.
that box like racing. And yeah, I think I'm laughing where you're saying bro science, because I love the science and I've had coaches that were extremely into the science. And I think it's all really important, but there's no way to absolutely study everything. So when a guy who's at your level has something like, this is working for me, I don't exactly know what it is, but it's getting me from A to B. I think that's really important. We don't have to call it science, but like
Yeah.
experience is really important. I think so.